Height Differential. That's the 6'6" Neil. I'm the 4'10" Nick. We've recovered from the Bengals' loss on Sunday a little bit. Not recovered, we just tried to forget about it.
Yeah.
But after missing last Wednesday because of it was my fault. I missed because of work. We are back on a Wednesday. I think we got a lot to talk about here. And it's almost Halloween on Friday, so we'll close with some Halloween thoughts. But I guess we got to start with the World Series tied at 2-2. The Blue Jays looking good in Game 5 as they lead off the game with back-to-back home runs off Blake Snell. But I think dating back, we got to go back and talk about Game 3, the 18-inning marathon. Did you stay up for that thing?
No, can't say that I did. I stayed up for one of the games. I mean, they basically played 2 complete full games, 18 innings. So I watched the majority of it, but I mean, staying up till 2:50 in the morning just wasn't on my agenda. So no, I did not stay up for it. Caught the highlights the next morning. Saw Will Smith almost end it in the 14th inning when he pimped his long fly out to the warning track, and then Freddie Freeman 4 innings later decides he's had enough, and they went home with the win.
Freddie, I mean, he just keeps doing it, doesn't he?
I mean, they called him Mr. World Series on the broadcast.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, he had some big ones back with the Braves as well, but there was no chance I was staying up. Like, we had 5 straight days of just nonstop activity, and by the time we golfed on Monday in the cold rain, and then we had our Ryder Cup style little meeting after that, and we got home at 11:30, and we had Bengals games on Sunday. We had the Louisville game on Saturday with the Halloween party on Friday. I was beat. So I turned the radio on my phone to listen to it to see how long it would last, and 2 minutes later, I was gone. I woke up at 3:30 to see what happened and saw that Freddie hit the home run. But 18 innings, and I don't know if people know this, but Brad Paisley sang the anthem.
I saw that.
For that game. And he sang the anthem 4 times in the World Series. All 4 of those games have gone to extra innings. And the 18-inning game in 2018, he also did the anthem, and that game went 18 innings. So might want to quit asking, Brad Paisley to sing the anthem for World Series games.
Yeah, you might want to, if he's going to sing a national anthem, you put him in a regular season game when you can start a runner on second base and you're not going to go the full 18. But that's, how wild is that, though? 2 18-inning games of World Series history, and he's the national anthem singer at both of them at Dodger Stadium.
Well, he's got the song called Who Needs Pictures?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you might need to do a new version of Who Needs Extras. See if we can get that in the works for Brad Paisley. But, so here's on the 18-inning game. The Dodgers leave 18 on base. The Blue Jays leave 19, a combined 37 runners left on base in that game. And it ended, as we talked about, with Freddie Freeman's home run in the 18th. And this is just what baseball is now. There's no stringing together base hit after base hit to score. Like, it just doesn't, everybody just waits for that home run. You just wait for that big hit. And I mean, that's kind of what baseball is now. Like, it's just totally different than what we grew up with, but they leave 37 on and just wait for that solo shot to end it.
I mean, no, you're right. But the Dodgers do have, I mean, when you have a lineup like the Dodgers, I'm almost waiting for them to do that. I mean, they're all home run hitters. They all have the capacity to do it. Especially, I mean, the Blue Jays too. I mean, they've got some guys that can mash over there. So, I mean, you don't expect it to go 18. You expect it to go maybe 1 or 2 more for somebody to just hit that one bomb and, we're going home. But to go another 9 innings with nobody scoring, like that's wild.
A whole nother game.
Yeah.
And, we talked about some dumb rules in sports, like the trading 2-point two-point tries in college football overtime.
Yep.
The extra inning rule in the regular season in Major League Baseball, where they put a runner on second, to me is equally as dumb as that, or maybe even dumber. I just hate it. I know I get what they're trying to do. I just hate it. But it's good to see in the playoffs that we're not doing that.
I think that they have it figured out. Like, we play 162 games. If we're going to extra innings, we don't need to have 14, 15, 16 inning games in June and July. Like, we don't need that. Like,
I still hate it.
Baseball
I just hate it.
Baseball to its purest form is you don't do that. And so they don't do that in the playoffs, as they should not. It should be a pure form of baseball. But when you're in June and July and you're playing 162 games, let's just get this thing over with. Like, you start him on second base, you have to do something. It's not like in college football where you start inside the 30, you just kick the field goal when you fail. You can't just score the runner on second by not doing anything. You have to lay down that bunt. You got to get that base hit. You got to still do something. So
you can score without a hit. You can bunt him over and hit a sac fly.
You can, but you still have to execute. You have to execute. Like, they're not starting him on third base where, a one fly ball scores him. Like, you have to execute. So I'm fine with it during the regular season. I think they've got it figured out well. And then just going back to the pure form of baseball in the playoffs.
Yeah. But, they made all these changes and I know we're getting off on a tangent a little bit, but they made all these changes with the DH, the pitch clock, the bases being bigger. Like, I've gotten used to all that, and I'm still not really used to the imaginary runner on second, but I get the point. It's a long season. You don't want to get people hurt when playing 18 inning games in May. But still, I do hate it. But Shohei Ohtani in that game, 4 for 4, 2 doubles, 2 home runs, 3 runs scored, 3 RBIs, and 5 walks, reached base all 9 times.
That's insane.
All 9 times. I mean, they weren't pitching to him in extras.
Like, he comes off the performance where he hits 3 bombs and pitches 6 shutout and 10 strikeouts and gets the win in the clinching game of the NLCS. And, like, you just don't like how can this guy get any better? And then he just goes and gets on base 9 straight times. 9 for 9 in a World Series game where he hits 2 bombs, a couple doubles. And then finally, the Blue Jays were like, this guy's not beating us. We're going to just walk him every single time, as they should have. But it's just insane what this guy continues to do.
But that's not the end of the story.
Okay.
As less than 24 hours later, he's your starting pitcher.
He is your starting pitcher.
After being on base 9 times.
Yeah.
He comes back less than 24 hours to start a game. Didn't have his best stuff.
He did not.
But still went 6+. And he gave up 4 earned runs. Vlad's 2-run shot in the 7th, I believe, kind of put the game away. But coming off of a performance where he reached the base 9 times and that game finished less than 24 hours, he pitched into the 7th inning for the first time as a Dodger. He has never done it before. And this is when he does it. It's the first time he had pitched into the 7th inning since August the 9th of 23 when he was still at the Angels. And he didn't get out in the 7th, but just the fact that he went that far after doing what he did the night before it's just another thing to talk about with Shohei. We've just never seen anything like this before.
I think he's just an animal. He's not human. Like, he's just not a human. He's a robot.
He's a robot, and as we said multiple times, he's 2 players. And that kind of sums it up when you do what you do offensively and then you come start the next game.
When it's all said and done, you're talking about him as could be the best baseball player of all time.
He's been talked about as being the best athlete of all time.
Yeah. He's in the conversation. Yep.
He's doing things we've never seen before. In an earlier episode, we tried to compare it to things like his performance when in Game 4 of the NLCS. It's remarkable. And on the other side, Vlad Guerrero hit his 8th home run of the postseason earlier tonight to give the Blue Jays a 2-0 lead. He's not being talked about enough what he's done in the postseason. I know we talked about him a little earlier, but he continues to rate.
Yeah. No, he's earning that. He's earning that extension that he got earlier in the year, no doubt.
Yeah. So, but no, Game 5 going on right now. I think it's still 2-0. Well, I guess by the time we get on here on Sunday, that thing will be all wrapped up. We'll see if the Dodgers can be the first team since the Yankees in the 90s to win back-to-back World Series, or if the Blue Jays can win their first World Series since Joe Carter walked them off in 1993.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked a lot of college football on Sunday, so we won't get a ton into it this week. But it looks like Ed Orgeron wants to come back to LSU.
Do you blame him? Coming off the national title that he had in, what was that, 2019?
2019.
With that loaded NFL roster of players that he had down in Baton Rouge. Then he follows it up with 2 just complete kind of duds of a season.
I mean, they never
Those
were under 500. They were
they
5-5 and
they were
6-6.
500 those 2 seasons. But, I
I think
mean,
there were some other things going on that kinda led to his dismissal.
I think old Edge has been sitting on the couch a little too long. Now he's kinda bored. He's watched all the seasons of Breaking Bad and Friends and all the other TV shows. He's probably gone through the Rolodex on those, and he's just like, "You know what? I need to get out of the house. I need something to do." Yep. LSU's looking for a head coach. I want him a national title. Let's see if we can make this work. And if I'm LSU, I'm gonna pass on that. But good for him for trying.
But I don't know, I don't remember the governor of LSU's name, but did you see this?
I heard his accent today when he was
Yeah,
talking about.
just clearly from the bayou. But he's like, "Our AD is not making this hire. We'll put
Yeah.
together a committee. I'll let Donald Trump do it before I let him do it."
Well, do you blame him after the 2 contracts and the buyouts that this AD is hired? I mean, the Jimbo Fisher contract and now this Les Miles contract, like, these are 2 probably of the 2 biggest buyouts of all time, and you're paying these guys combined over $100 million to do nothing.
Yeah, $54 million for Brian Kelly, and they broke it out per month.
Mm.
Have you seen this number?
I did. I've forgotten what it was, but yes.
$800,000.
800,000. Yeah, that's right.
$800,000.
To get out of bed, pour yourself a pot of coffee, and sit on your porch.
And you don't even have to have a fake accent anymore. You can be yourself.
You don't even have to leave the house. You
You
don't have to
can
leave
be
the house.
yourself.
You can just sit in your house all day for 800,000.
So I don't know how serious Eddie O is going to be a candidate for that job, but if he really wants to be in consideration, I guess he has to hit the Oval Office, as DJT is going to be making the decision on who's the next coach at LSU.
I mean, good for old Ed for trying.
I mean, everybody in all these openings, everybody just keeps talking about Lane Kiffin. Lane, like, he's the hot commodity right now. I don't know, like,
Which is wild because he had failed stints at USC,
he's had
he
failed
left
stints
Tennessee,
almost everywhere. And
USC. Like, he's got Ole Miss in a good spot, but they're not like dominating. Like, they're good, but they're
they're
not
consistently
great.
top 10, top
Yeah,
15. They
yeah.
consistently are winning 8-9 games,
They haven't been to a playoff though.
which but consistently top 10, 15, consistently 8-9 wins at Ole Miss is great. That's great.
Yeah,
But at a place like LSU or a place like Florida, a place like Ole Miss, and maybe great's a stretch. It's good. It's really good. But that's not going to fly at places like that.
no,
And I mean, it's not like he's a young up and coming guy. He's had chances at many places, and he also is a guy that if he's not going to stay there. What's the longest he stayed at one job?
not very long.
I don't understand the affection towards Lane Kiffin right now.
He's a good coach. Don't get me wrong. He's a good coach. Great offensive mind. Like I said, he's good. He's just hasn't been to a playoff yet. Hasn't won a national title. No,
Yeah.
he just doesn't have, to me, the credentials that I think LSU would want or a Florida would want, or a team that is, expects to win 10, 11 games and be in the playoff and win national titles. Like, he just hasn't done that yet. Not to say he can't do it, but he just hasn't done it yet.
Or really win a big game. I mean, they beat Oklahoma last week. They beat Georgia last year. But I mean, I guess Georgia, but that was at home. They
Yeah.
blew the game late against Georgia this year.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that just shows you that the cupboard is that bare for head coaches that are available. But I mean, his name's everywhere, and it's on like the odds are all including Lane Kiffin as the top 5, I think, to be the coach at Florida.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And also, if I'm him, we've talked about this before. I don't know if I'll leave anyways, because the pressure is going to be a little less at Ole Miss. You're already having success. They're happy with what you're doing there. And what you're doing is you're consistently top 10, top 15, and winning 8-9 games. That's not going to fly at those other places.
Yeah. Nope.
So the schedule, not as good as it's been the last couple of weeks. We get Penn State at Ohio State, which at the beginning of the season was regarded as one of the best games of the year. Not so much.
No.
now is Ohio State is a 20.5-point favorite in that game. I don't
Ooh,
think anybody would have expected that at the
no,
beginning of the season. Vanderbilt goes to Texas. Texas is a 2.5-point favorite
yeah.
at home against the Doors.
I mean, it's almost a must win if you're Vanderbilt. If you're trying to get to that playoff, you got to find a way to win this game.
Yeah, and I mean, it's see if Texas can just keep doing what they're doing, not playing well and figuring out ways to win late.
Yeah.
Uh, Indiana goes to Maryland, and they're only 21.5-point favorites. I think that sounds like a pretty good number for the way the Hoosiers have been playing.
Yeah.
And then the big one where game day's going is Scott Satterfield gets his moment as they go to Salt Lake City to face the Utes.
I mean, Utah's a 10.5-point favorite. I think that's a high number. The way Cincinnati's been playing, I Utah. I mean,
I mean,
Utah
you had
coming
them
off.
in the top. You had them at 12. You had them at the 12th best team in the country
Yeah,
on
like,
Sunday.
and then Utah coming off. They just lost to BYU, right? Yeah. Coming
Utah?
off. Well, they beat.
No,
They housed
they just
Colorado. They
put it
housed
on
Colorado.
Colorado.
They did
They
just house
lost to
Colorado.
BYU the week
Yes,
before.
correct. So they just housed Colorado, but coming off, 2 weeks ago losing to BYU, Cincinnati, I think is just as good as BYU is. I mean, I know it's at Utah. You said
I don't know about that. I know you didn't put BYU in the top 12. You put Cincy over them, but I'd favor BYU if
I mean, they
face
play each other here in a
that
couple
game.
weeks, so we'll
Yeah.
find out. We'll find out soon. But I think a lot of people are sleeping on Cincinnati, and I think that's a bad choice. So I mean, I don't know if Cincinnati wins this game, but I think it's a close one.
I mean, I don't know if they're sleeping. They're all the way up to 17 in the league, and they weren't anywhere in the conversation at the beginning of the year after losing 20-17 to
No, but
Nebraska.
I mean,
I
they
mean,
were ranked. They were ranked after like the fourth week of the season. They've been sitting there at like 23, 24 for the last couple of weeks. They finally now have started making their way up because I think maybe more people are taking notice. But they've been ranked for the last couple of weeks and just nobody's talking about it.
But I mean, to me, that's the most enticing game of the year. You got to wait till 10:15 to watch that one on Saturday night. But
Well, don't sleep on the Oklahoma-Tennessee game.
oh, I forgot that one. That's your job. Make me not. You can't let me forget games.
Falling asleep over there, my guy. Come on now.
Yeah, Aguilar against Mateer. We kind of talked about Mateer's game on Saturday, where wasn't always making great decisions and wasn't making great throws. Since he's got hurt, he hasn't been the same guy. And I mean, they got the ugly short uniforms in football, but Joey Aguilar, that kid's fun to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Tennessee favored 3.5 at home. I think, this is one of those games of whoever the home team is, I think that's probably who wins. I think they're probably both evenly matched a little bit. Both good teams, but since it's at Neyland and it's a night game at Neyland, I think you got to go with the Vols.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're trending in a better direction. So, I mean, they just absolutely put it on Kentucky on Saturday. Kentucky's had moved the ball a little bit the last two games, but the defense on Saturday, and they just couldn't figure out a way to score against Texas 2 weeks ago. So, I guess we'll move on to the NFL. We were doing the show on Sunday night as the Packers in the second half just pulled away from a Steelers team who is struggling to stop anybody. The defense, I pulled this number. Let's see how fast I can pull it up. But the defenses in the AFC North it's like the worst defense. Here it is. In the AFC North, defenses are allowing an average combined 27.5 points per game.
Oof.
And in the history of the AFC North, they have never combined to average more than 23.3 points per game. That was 2018. I mean, you look at the AFC North, you've got Pittsburgh, Baltimore, and Cleveland, who are always known for their defenses. Cincinnati obviously has never been known for their defense. They are the team that stands out from that pack. But I mean, Baltimore's defense, Pittsburgh's defense, they're just not very good. And that's why the North still, even with, I mean, the Ravens starting at 1-5 are still in it. The Bengals, despite losing to the Jets, I mean, heck, they just don't blow that game. They're a half game out of first. It's a different North than we're used to seeing.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
then
you talk like we stick with the North for a second. Like
Okay.
Pittsburgh now coming like they lose to the Bengals, they lose to the Packers. Like they're coming back down. The Ravens finally figured it out against the Bears without Lamar Jackson. And now that
Well,
Lamar's
they went
coming
back to
back,
Snoop.
they went and Snoop,
They
Snoop,
went old school with
Snoop
Snoop.
Loop, Snoop
Like
Huntley.
quit throwing Cooper Rush out there.
Yeah, Snoop Huntley, the old reliable, came in, got the win. But look at this. Like the Ravens are 2-5, but their schedule, it's the Dolphins, the Vikings, the Browns, then the Jets, the Bengals, the Steelers, and then the Bengals again. They're about to run off 7 in a row. Like,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
want to place a futures bet on the Baltimore Ravens to win the Super Bowl, now's your time to do it.
Well,
Is
I don't know if you know this, but Vegas knows what their schedule is too.
uh,
It's
sure,
not something that
but
you're
place
gonna.
it now before they win the 7 in a row. Place it now.
Yeah, them winning last week without Lamar was huge. Was absolutely huge, and get a little momentum. And like you said, they've got kind of a weak schedule. The Bengals were supposed to have a weak schedule, but didn't take advantage of it.
No.
And I,
But
I
if
don't
I
know.
had to pick an AFC North winner right now, it's the Baltimore Ravens, and I think they probably end up winning this division by 2-3 games.
Well, there's your number. I'm curious to see what that would be on one of the betting apps, them to win the North, because I mean the Steelers were a clear favorite a couple weeks ago, but I think that number's dropped pretty
Yeah,
drastically here the last couple weeks.
yeah.
And then on Monday night, the Chiefs, after they were tied at half, I believe, against Washington, just pulled away in the second half, and the Chiefs are getting healthy. And I think despite the 0-2 start, they're now at 5-3. It could be argued that maybe they're the best team in football.
I hate to say it, but yeah, they probably are. Like, you just can't kill them. You thought that they might have taken a step back after the first 3 weeks of the season, after that Jacksonville game, and then all of a sudden they just look like the Chiefs, the normal Chiefs.
Well,
They got
I mean,
Rashee Rice back. They've gotten a little bit healthier, and then they just look good again,
I
unfortunately.
was never going to bury them after an 0-2 start. They're just too dang good. The way they won the majority of their games last year, where they all were close and they figured out ways to win, that was all going to balance out, you figure. And then they start off slow. So maybe, yeah, you think they've lost a step or two, but they just look like the same old Chiefs right now.
They sure do.
So what do you want to do? You want to do trick or treat? You want to do rankings? I'll let you call it. We can do both.
I mean, it's the spirit of Halloween. I'll throw you a few teams. You tell me if it's a trick,
Okay.
meaning that their record is it's a little bit of a trick. That means they're not as good as what the perception might be, or if they're for real. Are they a
Okay.
treat? So let's see. We'll start in the AFC East with the division leading New England Patriots at 6-2. Is this a playoff team? Is this like a contender? Is this a trick or is this a treat?
Well, I mean, and they're making trades too. They're getting rid of some of their guys, and they're 6-2. It's kind of confusing. I think they're a little early. I mean, you had Drake May as Tom Brady on Sunday, which I think you had a few too many Coors Lights there. But I mean, you look at their schedule moving forward, and they've got the Falcons this week, and you just do not know what you're ever going to get with the Falcons
No.
week to week. And then they go at Tampa Bay, and then they get the Jets and the Bengals and the Giants. I'm gonna go. I mean, if you're saying trick, that means them winning the East. Then I'm definitely going treat, because I think the Bills are still the team to beat in that division.
Okay. All right. Let's go with the Indianapolis Colts, 7-1, the best record in the NFL. Are the Colts? Are you trick or treat? The Colts are the best team in the NFL
Ooh, so trick only means best team in the NFL?
for this one. They're 7-1. I mean, they're clearly the best team in their division. They're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
But there's no trick there. But trick or treat, are they the trick
All
or
right.
treat best team in the NFL?
Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah.
I give credit to teams that just take care of teams that are not as good as them and put them away early. They beat the Raiders by 30 plus. They beat the Titans by 20 plus. They've won 4 straight. I think 3 of those wins have been by 2 scores or more. You know who has the biggest point differential in all of the NFL?
I'm guessing
The
the Colts.
Colts
Yeah.
at plus 116. But despite that, do I think they're the best team in the NFL? I can't if we were doing our rankings, I'm not putting the Colts first. So if that's the requirement to be the trick, then I'm gonna have to go trick.
All right. All right. Let's go down to the West then we'll go with the Denver Broncos sitting there at 6-2. Have had some crazy wins and one crazy loss. With the crazy wins where they came back again to put 33 up in the fourth quarter on the Giants, came back and scored, all those points in the fourth quarter to win at Philly. 6-2, leading the AFC West. Is it a trick or a treat that the Denver Broncos will win the AFC West?
No, I mean, we just talked about how good the
I
Chiefs
don't
are,
talk about the Chiefs, but
and
are they
their
better than the
defense is
Broncos?
really good. But I mean, Patrick Mahomes, Bo Nix. Like, I mean, is this really serious? Like,
I mean, they lost. Didn't the Broncos beat the Chiefs last year with those two quarterbacks?
I mean, they did. They beat them in the last game of the season when they didn't play anybody to keep the Bengals out of the playoffs.
I think they beat them twice last year. Did they not?
I'm not sure off the top of my head, but the Chiefs didn't lose too many games last year. So,
No.
but yeah, I'm not a Bo Nix believer. I think their defense is really good, but I mean, to be honest with you, they should be the 7-1 team, and the Colts should be 6-2 with that field goal debacle that happened in Indianapolis.
Yeah,
But,
no, like you're right. Like they are
but
that one debacle away from having the best record in the NFL. But you're going Chiefs will end up winning the division. So you're
yes,
going
I'm going treat.
okay.
Am I gonna go trick on any of these?
Let's go the NFC E. Let's go the NFC here. I mean the NFC East is wrapped up. Let's go out west. Competitive division. We got the Seattle Seahawks at 5-2.
I got a clear favorite team of this on this division.
I know it's the Seahawks. We all know you love
It
them.
is not.
Oh, all right. Well, we have the Seahawks at 5-2. We have
You were the Seahawks guy. You're the one that put them in the top 10 2 weeks ago.
You also have to win you had them in the playoffs or something at the beginning of the year, winning the division. But anyways, 5-2 Seattle Seahawks, 5-2 LA Rams, and the 5-3 San Francisco 49ers. Trick or treat that the Seattle Seahawks will win the NFC West.
No, because I like the Rams in this division. I like their defense. McVay's been around the block. Matt Stafford is still slinging it down there. I mean, they're winning without Puka. They'll get him back. I think the Rams are clearly the best team in the NFC West. The Niners have just had so many injuries.
I don't know how you say clearly. Clearly is a strong statement.
Clearly might be a little too strong, but I mean, if I was going to bet on a winner to win the NFC West, I would definitely go with the Rams.
All right. We'll do one more here. We'll do the Green Bay Packers sitting at 5-1-1, the only one-loss team in the NFC currently, ahead of the Detroit Lions, who they beat week 1, actually just absolutely housed them. But they also have the clunker of a game where they lost to the Browns.
Yep.
With the best record in the NFC currently, trick or treat that the Green Bay Packers win the NFC Championship and go to the Super Bowl. Are they the best team in the NFC? We'll say that. Are they the best team in the NFC?
They're in the top 4. But I mean, I would have the Lions ahead of them. I would have the Eagles ahead of them.
Even though the Packers smashed the Lions already.
Yes.
Okay.
I think. I mean, they were dealing with 2 coordinators being switched out. I mean, it's week 1. You can kind of throw it aside. I know the Lions lost to the Chiefs, but we're talking about how good the Chiefs have been playing here lately. I mean, yeah, I would have the Lions, the Eagles, and honestly, I would I don't know. I think a couple weeks ago I had the Bucs above the Packers, but I think the Packers have kind of passed them to be in the 3 spot.
Okay. So you're just full of treats and no tricks on this one, huh?
No tricks, bro.
Hey, I could give you an easy trick just so you
Or
can.
no treats, all tricks.
All tricks, no treats. I mean, we could give you an easy one and just say the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the best team in the NFC South. NFC South.
I mean, you can do that every year, even when the Bucs are terrible. And
I just don't understand what the Falcons are. Like, I can't figure that out.
Nobody can. Nobody can. I mean, it's a lot of it's the NFL, but the Falcons are playing a big role in that just because I mean, they beat the Bills.
Yeah,
Like,
on Monday night. Yeah.
yeah.
Beat the Commanders, beat the Bills, they lose by 30 to the Panthers. Like, I don't know. I don't get it.
Do you want to run through a top 10 real quick?
If you want to.
I mean, we kinda already talked about it, but I think we can run through it really fast.
All right. Who gets first pick? Did you get first pick last? No, I got first pick last time. You can go for it.
Alright, you know, I talked about the Colts having the biggest point differential?
Yep.
Do you know who has the second most point differential?
I do. It is the Kansas City Chiefs with
Yep,
plus 83.
yep. I'm moving they were 5 last time we did this, I'm moving them up to 1
Wow. Okay.
at 5 and 3.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna put my number 1 pick last week. I guess I'll have to put him at number 2. I'm still, even though they had a bye week, I'm going with the Detroit Lions. It probably makes sense that they're behind the Chiefs because they did lose to the Chiefs. So we'll put Detroit at number 2.
Alright, well, I mean, I'll keep with the point differential because I think that's a stat that really matters, and I mean, they deserve it. They're 7 and 1. I'll put the Colts at 3.
All right. Top 10 team or top 3 team for you. All right. I like that. I like that. Fourth choice for me, Green Bay Packers. I think
Okay.
they're probably right there. You know, they had a nice win over the Steelers on Monday night or on Sunday night, and then, you know, like I said, they beat the crap out of the Lions to start the year, which I don't think can go overlooked. But their offense is just fantastic, and I'm just gonna go Detroit Lions number 4.
Alright, I'll go Eagles. I mean, they're already made the playoffs because 'cause they're in such a bad division, so I'll go them next.
Number 6, I mean, this team, like I said, just keeps on finding ways to win, and without a fluke, not a fluke, but without that bad penalty to give the Colts that
Mm,
field goal at the end of the game, they would be 7 and 1. So
mm,
Bo Nix and the Denver
wow.
Broncos. I mean, I don't
Well
know. I don't understand how you just don't
well,
believe in
the
Bo
Bills
Nix.
still haven't been said, so they're clearly the Broncos are not above the Bills.
Well,
So,
when Buffalo goes to Atlanta and loses, it's hard to put them in the top 5
well,
or top
Bills at
6.
7. I mean, it's 1 game. They're still better than the Broncos. If they played each other right now, you're not picking the Broncos.
I would pick the Broncos.
Alright, who you got 8?
I mean, New England Patriots went and beat Buffalo in Buffalo, and you're gonna
Who
tell
you
me
got
the
8?
Broncos can't beat Buffalo?
I mean,
Unfortunately, at 8, I'm probably gonna go with the division-leading New England Patriots. I mean,
okay,
they they're just playing good football. They've won at Buffalo. You know, they just continue to win. I mean, they're putting it on some teams. Like, they beat the Titans 31-13, beat the Browns 32-13, beat the Panthers 42-13. So, like, not only are they winning, they're winning some of these games big, just like you said, like with the Colts. The
yeah,
Patriots are in that same boat.
and then I'll go Bucks for 9th. I
Okay.
mean, they're gonna win the AFC North. We had them at what? 2 the last time we did this 2 weeks ago. So
Where's your LA Rams? Where are your LA Rams? You
I didn't
touting
have
the
room
LA
to pick them.
Rams?
I didn't have room to pick them. If you didn't pick the Broncos already, I would have picked the Rams.
Seattle
You picking all these AFC teams when yeah,
Seattle Seahawks. Am I the last pick here at 10?
yeah,
We're gonna go with the NFC West, tied for the lead there, the Seattle Seahawks, who I think are the best team in the NFC West. We're going
okay.
Seahawks at number 10.
So I'm looking at so I think the Rams are the only team that fell out. And who's the team that we put in that we didn't have in last time? The Broncos. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, in addition to college football and the NFL this weekend, we get some horse racing.
I love horse racing.
The Breeders' Cup Classic. And some bad news today as your Derby winner, Sovereignty. You're also your Belmont winner and won 4 straight since winning the Derby. Is out with a fever. So we scratched from the Derby. So that, or from the Classic, which does kind of but you look at that field and it's still stacked.
Very
I
stacked.
mean, you still have journalism, you still have fierceness, you still have mind frame, you still have Sierra Leone, you still have Forever Young. It's a loaded field. We are not handicappers.
Nope.
On my Twitter profile, I say I'm trying to be a handicapper, but this was about 3 years ago, and I have felt miserably.
I mean, you do, don't you have a degree in some kind of horse handicapping from the university, do you not?
I got my business certificate at the University of Louisville in the horse racing industry.
So there you go. You know a little
It
bit.
does not help you win bets. I've learned that.
Yeah.
I've learned that. But I think we got to make our picks.
Yeah.
So Sierra Leone won the race last year.
Yep.
Is back to defend the crown.
Yep.
Who do you got?
Like you said, it's a loaded field. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And I think it very unfortunate that Sovereignty got scratched, because I think Sovereignty was probably one of the best horses I've seen in my lifetime. I mean, you go back to the Triple Crown winners and American Pharaoh and
Justify.
Yeah, sorry, Justify. I mean, I think he was that good of a horse. He would have won the Triple Crown hands
He
down.
would have. Didn't run. Wasn't hurt. Didn't run.
If he had
just chose not to run.
He did
Like,
chose not.
You're not in the conversation. You're not. I don't want to hear you being discussed with American Pharaoh and Justify.
He's that good.
You chose not to run.
He will never be mentioned in that conversation because he didn't run.
Like, journalism ran all 3 races, won the Preakness, and came in second in the Derby and the Belmont. He's closer to winning the Triple Crown than Sovereignty.
I don't know about that.
How's he not? He ran all 3. You can't win if you don't run.
Well, Sovereignty won 2 of the 3. Journalism won 1, and then was the one Sovereignty didn't run it. I mean, he won 2 of the 3, so he's not winning 1 of the 3 does not make you closer than winning 2 of the 3.
If this was a point system, who gets more points?
Sovereignty. You won 2 times.
No, no, you get points for finishing second.
Oh, for God's sakes! Like, we're not handing out participation trophies to second place horses. Stop. Just stop with that.
Would you rather participate or not participate when you have a chance to win a Triple Crown?
Oh, I would. If I was his owners, I would have participated, but he didn't, and he will not be.
But
talked
now
about
you're defending it.
He won't be talked about as one of the great horses because he didn't run, but he legitimately is talented enough to be in that conversation because he was that good. He is that good.
Well, look, this is the problem with not running when you're healthy. Because now you're not healthy. So now you didn't get a chance to run in the Preakness because you chose not to.
Yeah.
And now you don't get the chance to run in the Classic because you've got a fever. And you got to take care of the horse. I get that.
Yeah.
But he had an opportunity to run in the Preakness to put himself on a way to winning a Triple Crown. And they chose not to. And forever, I think that will be held against them. And I know that's the way that the industry is going. It just
sucks.
I don't know. I found like old broken record. I'm talking about all these, the way baseball's played now. I'm complaining. I just sound like an old guy. But I don't know.
Sound like
the Triple Crown is such a.
You sound like the owner of, remember that owner from I'll Have Another that he won the first 2 and horses came at him back and they beat him in the Belmont, the horses that didn't run in the Derby and Preakness, and he got all bent out of shape about it. So you do sound like the old guy from the I'll Have Another ownership.
I do like having another.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, he's not running, so we can't talk about him anymore. But unfortunately, I think he was the best horse. But it's hard to go against who I think is probably the second best horse in the field, or now who I would put as the best horse. He is the 4-1 favorite. I've got to go with Fierceness. And Fierceness would have been the Derby favorite last year had he not scratched. He was there at the end. He should have won the Classic last year, but he didn't. He got run down by Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone came from like 15 lengths out to beat him. And Fierceness came in second. I think he's the best horse. He just, like we talked about journalism as being one of those other contenders, and Fierceness just beat journalism back on August 30th. So he's coming off a good race where he won with some other quality horses in the field, like I said, including journalism. But, he does every once in a while throw in that clunker. He came in 5th 2 starts ago. He's got 13 career starts, only finishing the money 10 of those 13 times. So when he's on, he's by far the best horse. but there is the possibility where he does throw in a clunker, and that's
Well,
something that could happen. But when he's on, he's the best horse. I got to go. I'm hoping he's on
yeah.
Saturday and he wins
It,
that race.
if he runs his best race, he's going to win.
Yeah.
But just too often we don't see that. And it's not a complete like bad race, good race, bad race, good race, but it's kind of been his mantra. So I'm going against fierceness. You talked about Sierra Leone, how he won last year, coming from the clouds, and they're going to try to do that again this year. Chad Brown is training both Sierra Leone and Contrary Thinking, and they are owned by the same ownership group. So they're going to use Contrary Thinking as a rabbit to try to build up the
Yeah.
pace in this race.
Yeah.
To build up, just the perfect scenario for Sierra Leone to win back to back. But and also Forever Young. I mean, it's a horse that probably the best horse maybe in Japanese history. Was competitive last year in both the Derby and the Classic. But one horse that I think is not really getting talked about, where I think you could potentially get some good odds, is
Value.
Mindframe.
Yeah.
He's going off at 6-1. His speed figures are honestly better than the rest of the field. He's finished first or second in every race that his jockey has finished aboard him. They had that incident in the last race where luckily he wasn't injured, but he didn't finish the race as Irad fell off. But I think he's 6-1 in morning line. I think that line will actually go up even a little more. It could potentially go up to 8-1. I think there's value with Mindframe. And I have a hard time going against, Irad, who I think is the best jockey in all of horse racing, and Todd Pletcher is one of the best trainers in all of horse racing. So if I can get Mindframe at 8-1, I'm definitely going to pounce on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But just 2 straight days of just all these horses that you've seen race before.
Mm-hmm.
And all these fields are just so stacked, and they are impossible to bet.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Friday we got the juvenile, so you'll see some of those 2-year-olds in there that, you'll see some of these Derby horses for next year running on Friday, and some of the Oaks horses running on Friday. And then Saturday, $7 million purse in that classic race. So a lot of money on the line.
But it's sad to see Sovereignty not running. I hope we see Sovereignty run again. I think the chances of that are probably pretty slim as Sovereignty to run as a 4-year-old.
I think
he's about
to
go
retire
in the barn,
him, and you just put him out the stud there. It's time to make some real money.
He's about to have some fun.
Yeah.
But no, excited about the Breeders' Cup. I mean, when you got college football and NFL already, and you just throw a race every 25 minutes to throw some money on it makes for a good weekend.
Yeah, can't wait.
One thing we didn't talk about Sunday, because there was so much football and so much rage because the Bengals are just can't stop me and you.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't really get into the NBA's betting scandal with Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier. Just, I mean, with all the gambling that's happening now, like all this stuff is bound to happen because there's so much money involved in it. But Chauncey Billups has made over $106 million in his career as a player, and made more than that now as a coach.
Mm-hmm.
Terry Rozier made more than $160 million as a player. Like, why do these guys need even more money?
Yeah, it's just being greedy, I guess. But like, it's just, what are you doing? Like, it's just stupid. Like, they monitor. There's so much monitoring that goes on these betting sites. Like, it's easy to flag something that's irregular. So when Terry Rozier in a random regular season game and hundreds of thousands of dollars out of nowhere just come in on his unders, it's a red flag.
It's a red flag.
And when you take yourself out of the game early for when you weren't listed as being hurt at all, like going into it, you're not on the injury report, and all of a sudden you've got something that comes up. So you've got all this money coming in on your unders out of nowhere on a random game, and then you take yourself out early, you're going to get investigated, my guy. Like, it's just, what are you doing?
I don't know. And you're also flying your buddy out to the
Counting
game.
money in your own house. Yeah,
Yeah,
counting money in the house. Yeah,
yeah, it's just and he gets traded to the Heat, and they don't even disclose the fact that he's under investigation. The whole thing is just a mess, and, I mean, to me, he had a bunch of money that he owed. He had a bunch of taxes that he had owed, and I don't know where all that came from, but I'm sure
yeah,
that played a role in the reason why he was trying to generate more money, but there's other ways to do that,
yeah,
especially when you got the platform that he does,
yeah,
and I don't know. Like, the whole thing is just a mess, and then you look at Chauncey Billups. I mean, it's a Hall of Fame basketball player.
yeah.
Oh, I mean, he hasn't had a ton of success for Portland, but from all the articles I've read, like, so well respected by his players, by the front office staff, by the beat reporters, like, everybody just thought he was just such a stand-up guy. And you get reports of these poker games to where, I mean, they've got manipulating shuffling machines and X-ray
X-ray
tables.
table, the glasses, like some kind of
Yes.
special glasses, and
And, like, he's the guy that's kinda leading the way to get people to play these games because he's Chauncey Billups.
right, like the celebrity factor draws people in. Yeah,
Yeah, and in 2019, there's reports that he's winning all the poker games, and they're like, "Dude, like, chill out a little bit. You gotta lose sometimes to make
yeah,
it not look like we're cheating."
right.
And we're 6 years later after those texts were originally sent, and, yeah, he finally I guess he got arrested, but, I mean, what are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, he's caught up in the poker thing, and I guess there was also the report when the Blazers he mentioned in a text or a conversation that the Blazers were basically tanking. They sat out their top 4 scorers in one of those games, and everybody bet against the spread for them to lose, and they got housed by 30. So he's under investigation for the gambling, for the poker, but he's also given some insider information from NBA side as well. So he's kind of double dipped into this whole fiasco.
And both these guys are going to jail.
Yeah,
I mean, they gotta make a statement of this or it's gonna continue to happen. And I know we talk about all these rich and famous people can figure out ways to get out of stuff, and they probably won't spend a lot of time in jail, and they'll probably be at some nice facility, but they will spend time in jail because you've got to rein this in.
yeah. I mean, they're wrapped up. You got the Gambino crime families and the Genovese crime families, and you got these mob bosses or these mobsters that are involved in all this. Like, why are you wrapping yourself up in with all that? You have a nice life already. Like, you don't need to do this.
Well, I mean, I think you said at the beginning, you mentioned both the words, greed and stupidity.
Yeah,
I mean, those are the only way to explain getting involved with something like this.
yeah.
And 30 people across 11 states were arrested, including Rozier and Billups.
Hmm.
But, like, I don't know how you be that greedy. I don't know how you be that stupid.
No, but they like you said, they will do prison time. They're going to set an example. Like, they're going to make an example out of these two. Try to put an end to it before it gets worse.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't have many more thoughts on that except just greed and stupidity. Like,
That's it.
quit being an idiot.
Words
Quit
of the day.
be happy with the multiple hundreds of $1,000,000 you have. And just go coach your team and just go play basketball.
I mean, if you want to make a lot of money, Chauncey Billups, just go be a college football coach and suck.
Well, he just coulda kept tanking and got fired by the Blazers and
I don't
woulda
know if
got
the buyout
some
is.
kinda
I don't think
buyout.
the buyout's as big in Portland
Not as big.
as it is
Not
in
as big.
college football. Just go be a college football coach and suck. Sit on your couch and rack up $50 million.
Is that what Dion's doing right now?
What?
Is that what Dion's doing right now?
You might be.
I mean, after that
Now that
performance
his
last week against Utah?
now that his kids are gone, he might be.
Yeah, so but you like, we've said this multiple times, like, the best job is a fired college football coach,
Yep.
and you can make $800,000 a month. Like, there's no amount of times that I can say that number to where it'll be like, "Yeah, that makes sense."
To not even leave your house.
Yeah,
800.
and like I said, you finally get to act like yourself. You don't have to speak in that fake accent anymore.
Yeah.
We got a couple more stories before we wrap, or we'll talk a little bit about Halloween to end. But the Dolphins owner, Stephen Ross, was seen being a little upset after their win on Sunday.
He got caught. He got caught. He went viral. He's on his private jet. I mean, what did we say he's worth?
He is worth $17 billion.
Billion with a B. Okay, yeah. Video of him leaving, lands in the private jet. Stairs come down. You know, he walks off the stairs. He looks around. His vehicle is not there. There's no car. And all of a sudden, he gets angry. He gets furious. He's yelling at whoever's standing there. I guess it's his assistant or somebody. Where's my car? You know where his car was?
Where was his car, Neil?
He walked about 5 more steps and got in the car.
5 more steps.
5 steps.
If he would have breadsticks, you think he would have been throwing them at people?
Do what?
If he would have had breadsticks, would he have been throwing them?
He probably would have chucked a couple Olive Garden breadsticks. Yep, there's no doubt about that. But the man was angry that he had to walk 5 steps to get into the car instead of just coming to the bottom of the stairs and just getting in and just berated whoever that person was.
He's 85 years old.
He's an old man.
He's not a young pup.
No.
But I mean, I guess you get a little spoiled when you're worth 17 Billy.
He looked like a lunatic. But your team sucks. So you know what? They should probably have parked his car in the pay lot at the airport and made him take an Uber or something, because his team is garbage. The coaching staff there is garbage. The players are garbage. His team and his organization are a fiasco, probably second to the Bengals. Maybe he needs a little humbling.
Well, your boy, Frank.
Called him an a-hole.
Frank Fleming, Frank the Tank, who is a Dolphins fan, had a little something to say for his team owner on Twitter, as he called him what?
Called him an all. He got give him the a-hole treatment.
little asshole treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah. But dude, Frank's been walking every day for the last 3 years. He's lost a lot of weight. So
yeah, they said that the owner he should join Frank the Tank on a Frank Walks. Maybe Frank will give him a lesson, not only in how to walk, but also how to run a franchise.
Yeah. And then you've got some squirrels in Texas who aren't trying to lose weight.
Like squirrels the animal or squirrels?
Squirrels the animals.
Okay.
Squirrels the animals.
Not the squirrels, but the squirrels.
We can talk about squirrels later. Squirrels the animal that are doing quite the opposite.
Oh no!
They're trying to gain that weight. They're trying to put on that muscle mass. They're trying to get big.
Fat squirrels?
Fat squirrels. And there's a bunch of them
no.
that participated in the first annual Fat Squirrel Week competition that was presented by Dinosaur Valley State Park and the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department.
So we have a fat squirrel competition. Mm-hmm. It said how many squirrels participated? Do we know?
Don't know how many squirrels participated. Don't know what the competition entailed. I don't know if they would run a 100-meter sprint and then see who couldn't go, who ran the least. I don't know.
I'm guessing they weighed the squirrels to see who's the fat. But a fat squirrel competition sounds awesome.
So we get a bag of planters the fastest. So I don't know what the competition entailed.
Did we have a winner?
See who could climb the tree and not get high.
Oh.
Maybe these are all who cannot jump from one limb to the other.
Yeah.
All possible things for the competition. But we did have a winner.
All right.
And the winner beat out Chunk Norris. And Chunk Norris came in second place.
Chunk,
not Chuck.
Chunk Norris. What a name.
Which the creativity of these names is a little lacking, because the winner also started his name with Chunk. And that is Chunkosaurus Rex.
Chunkosaurus
has been crowned champion of the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department's inaugural Fat Squirrel Week competition. So congrats to Chunkosaurus Rex.
I'm so proud of that little squirrel. Good for him. What's he get? He get like a bag of acorns to take back to the tree for him?
I think it's a lifetime supply.
Lifetime supply of acorns?
Lifetime supply. I think he gets to move into the house. He gets him a little mattress just full of acorns. And Never has to jump on the tree again. Just
Good for him.
make sure he just stays away from the Ozempic shot.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause if he
You can't have a
wants to
name
go
like
back to back,
you
if
can't
he
have a
wants to go
name like
back to back.
Chunkosaurus Rex and be on an Ozempic shot. No,
But could we not have been a little more creative
I think
with
it's
our
pretty good.
names here? Both starting with Chunk.
Well, we have to see what the other names were, but I think they're both pretty
I
quality
didn't
names.
see any other names, but I put a lot of thought into this. I
Chuck
was
Norris
trying
is
to come
pretty.
up.
You gotta admit, Chuck Norris is pretty good.
It is, but he didn't even win the dang thing. So, I mean, I was trying to come up with like a superstar's name for a fat squirrel athlete. And I mean, there's some great ones on the superstars, right?
Oh yeah, Harry Canary, King Giraffe Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you have more flexibility because there's a lot of animals in the world.
yeah.
With just a fat squirrel, you're limited in your options. So I typed it into ChatGPT and they were all just terrible. And I told ChatGPT straight up, you need to stay out of the comedy.
Yeah.
Because I
That's
need to
fair.
hire another full-time comedy writer. But the one that I came up with is so bad. And this is me. The round mound of acorn.
No,
Is
bro.
that better? Is that better than Chunk Norris
No,
or
it's
Chunkosaurus Rex?
no, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Like no, no.
It's better than those two.
Like,
It's not just throwing chunk into the front of a name. Like at least it's got some creativity.
you could have just said Chunk Barkley and been better than the.
But I'm not going back with chunk after everybody's chunk.
Well, you could.
I mean, how creative would it be if I just cussed out Chunk Norris and Chunkosaurus Rex? I'm like, I came up with a really good name, Chunk Barkley.
Yours is terrible.
Round mound of acorn.
No,
It's tight.
no, it's not. It's absolutely. It might be one of the worst things I've ever heard. To be honest with you.
So
you
my
told
goal.
ChatGPT to stay out of the comedy. Like,
They were so bad. This
that-
was 10 times better.
It's not. That's
Hold on.
awful.
Let me see if I can pull these up, what they tried to come up with. Like, I was laughing at ChatGPT, like, just for how awful it was. How do I find it? I don't remember what they said, but it was terrible. Oh, here it is. Chunk Jordan. So, first off, right away, all they did was go chunk. LeBron Chonks.
Oh gosh.
Tom Brady Belly. That doesn't even make sense. Serena Chubbums. And I'm only going to give you one more because these are just awful. This actually might be the best one of theirs. Shaquille O'Nut. But you're telling me round mound of acorn isn't better than those?
No, it's pretty bad.
So you're going Shaquille O'Nut as the best one? Because it ain't the other ones.
Oh, they all suck.
Well,
I mean, I was thinking
somebody's
like
gotta
maybe
win.
like, is there any famous like Shirley athletes?
Well, I thought about this. Like, there's Earl Boykins, so it could be Squirrel Boykins, but
Yeah.
Squirrel Boykins isn't fat. So how does that make sense? He's 5'5" skinny NBA player.
Well, there's got to be like a
But I was trying to think of Earls that you
Fat Earls.
You're gonna live research fat Earls?
Yeah. Let's see. Squirrel Campbell.
I mean, he wasn't fat.
No, he wasn't.
Look, my goal next year is for the round mound of acorn to win the second annual Texas Parks and Wildlife Department's Fat
I
Squirrel.
mean, CC Sabathia's actual first name is Earl.
But nobody knows that. You're just gonna say Squirrel Sabathia? It doesn't make any sense.
It's better than acorn, round acorn, or whatever the nonsense you're throwing out there.
Well, when round mound of acorn wins,
Are you going to
the
start
competition
All right,
next year?
here's what I want you to do. Then I want you to go outside tomorrow in the daylight, find you a squirrel that's just sitting by a tree, capture him, and then you're just going to train. You're just going to start feeding this little guy for a full year, and you're going to take him to Texas and let's see if he can win.
Okay. That's the goal. That's the goal. That might be my primary objective for 2026.
Just to round mound of acorn wins the 2026 Texas Fat Squirrel competition.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Think we can do it?
No. I want to see you try though. I do want to see you try.
All right. So
Good
that's
luck.
my guy. That's my little homie, round mound of acorn.
Good luck.
Before we get into Halloween, you want to talk about these Chinese bathrooms? Just tell me what's going on here because you sent it to me.
I don't know. I just read an article today. Apparently, China. If you go to
This is real. We're not being duped on this.
no, it seems to be real.
You promise we're not being duped
I
because
can't.
that's happened before.
I can't promise, but it seems to be real. In China, in the public restrooms, I don't know if it's every public restroom. If you need toilet paper, you have to scan a QR code with your phone and watch an advertisement of some sort, and then you get your free sheet of toilet paper.
One sheet.
One sheet. It did say a small sheet. So yes, I think it's one sheet.
sheet.
So if you need more, you watch another ad. If you need another one after that, you watch another ad. And if you need another one after that, then you're in some trouble. But
You gotta watch a movie and wipe your ass.
but if you don't want to watch an ad, you just refuse to watch the ad, you can pay the US equivalent of 7 cents to skip the ad and get your sheet of toilet paper.
Well, I mean, we all know that toilet paper is not cheap, but we all buy it for our houses.
Yeah.
Like it's not cheap.
And you don't want the cheap toilet paper either.
No, it's one thing that you absolutely cannot skimp on.
No.
You might make that mistake one time, and that's not a mistake you ever make again. Because you can't wait to get rid of that package of TP and go back to the OG Charmin.
So what happens? So like, let's say Nick Evans takes a little vacation, takes a little trip. He's over in Beijing, China, checking out the sights, check out the culture. You stop in, you get a little Chinese food, right? You get a little Chinese food, get some fried rice, maybe get some orange chicken, maybe some lo mein.
I think that's American Chinese food. Probably not going to get that actually in China, but okay.
I would because I think it's delicious, but whatever. Hey, I don't know, whatever. You've been to China? You've probably never been to China, so you don't know. Maybe
probably, yes, you are correct. We were supposed to go, but we did not go.
All right. So you're in China, you get yourself a nice little Chinese meal, and all of a sudden you get a little full and the tummy starts rumbling. Uh-oh. You got to go to the bathroom. When you are in the bathroom, are you scanning the QR code and watching the ads, or are you paying the 7 cents and just saying, get me the heck out of here?
Well, first off, I don't play road games when it comes to that. And when you're on vacation, I guess your new home base is your hotel.
Yeah.
So I would be taking care of that at the hotel. It would have to be an absolute and utter emergency for me to have to use the restaurant bathroom.
Well,
and at that point, I might not have time to.
I think that's for everybody. I don't think everybody just chooses to use the restaurant bathroom. Like nobody just was like,
oh, people are way more relaxed with it than I would ever be.
I'm more on your side of these kind of things, but
there's people that are just like, I gotta go. Well, I'm going. No, I'll leave the restaurant. Like all right, I'm not hungry. I'm out.
I will say we do have one friend that is not afraid to use the.
It's just saying me, dude. Like I do not play.
I can name one of our friends, but I'm not going to name names.
No, we don't need to do that.
That can definitely use the restaurant bathroom.
Yeah, I do not go on the road. I'm strictly play home games. That's it. All home games. And then, like I said, if you're on vacation where going home is not the option, the hotel or wherever you're staying is now your new home. And that's where you take care of your business.
But what are your thoughts on what the Chinese are doing here? Is this fair?
No, absolutely not. No, in no world should this be a thing. Like, people are paying to eat there. Like, if you want to have a public restroom, or say that people don't pay to eat there and they want to use it, then maybe make them watch a commercial. But these are paying customers. Like, what are we doing? And I bet the companies don't even get the money. It probably goes to the government.
They got to pay the tariffs, Nick. They got to pay the tariffs.
Yeah. This is not the show for all that. I guarantee you. We don't need to go into all that. But no, it sounds awful. And like, I just can't imagine a world where it's an emergency and they're like, Yeah, but first you gotta watch the Buffalo Wild Wings buffalo just be so happy that he's eating wings for 30 seconds.
I think I would just pay the 7 cents and skip the ads.
I mean, but does that for one sheet?
That's we got to find out.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
to be honest, like if it's emergency, I'm plopping down $2 and
I
I'm
mean,
like, just give me
obviously,
what I need.
if they're not just giving you unlimited toilet paper for seven
No.
cents, like it's got to be for one sheet. So you got to either make the most of that sheet, or you're watching another ad, or pay another 7 cents.
Yeah. I don't know. But if I'm in that situation, I am not in a good mind space to begin with because that is not where I want to be. And then when I see the Buffalo Wild Wings ad come on before I can take care of finish my business, I'm not going to be a happy camper. I can just tell you that.
Man, oh man.
Let's not initiate that in the States, please. For when the emergencies do happen.
I mean, or you could just be like a Nick Evans and just get a bidet.
Dude, underrated. Underrated. And they're not expensive. Like everybody should have a bidet. I mean, I don't think we need to get into details on it, but
No, we don't
everybody
need to do
should
that.
just have a bidet. Hey, 2 days till Halloween.
Yeah.
What are the kiddos dressing up as?
Got one that's going as a black cat, and the other one will be the witch. So we have a witch and her black cat.
Okay.
Parker will be the witch.
I was gonna try to guess who is who, but
Oh, sorry.
that game's over.
Yeah.
That game's over. Do you remember as a kid, like some Halloween costumes where you're like, that was tight. That was really cool.
I had some good ones. One of my favorites, I was dressed up as the yellow peanut M&M because I love peanut M&Ms, and I was like, well, this is funny. So I went as a yellow peanut M&M, painted my face yellow, had the whole costume on, had the gloves, the big feet. So yeah,
Okay.
I was peanut M&M. I was a firefighter one year. I dressed up as Chris Redmond, the Louisville quarterback, one year. Put a bandage under my chin like he just gotten drilled on a sack. But
Okay.
that
Were
was
you always
one.
a Halloween guy? Like, did you look forward to it?
Yeah. I mean, as a kid, dude, are there kids that don't look forward to Halloween?
Well, I mean, I'm kind of under impressed by your costumes, the creativity a little bit.
I mean, I was dressed up every year.
Iron Man,
I was like 4 when I was a fireman. I was 4 years old. I gotta remember. I'm trying to think what else I was.
like to me, like I look back as a kid and there's absolutely costumes that stand out to me as being the best. I was the Joker as one of my buddies was Batman when Jack Nicholson was Joker. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm old, but I was a really good Joker, and Batman's not hard, but I've been Joker twice, but the Heath Ledger Joker was when I was an adult, so that doesn't count. I was a mad scientist where I had like crazy hair and cool glasses and like blood all over myself and like a lab coat. That was cool.
Uh-huh.
And then like one of the last ones, I was Wacko from Animaniacs. Did you know Animaniacs?
The blue
So I
guy.
was like Wacko. He had the hat backwards. He was the coolest of the 3.
Yeah.
So I dressed up as Wacko for Halloween. So
I remember I was a Power Ranger one year. I do remember being a Power Ranger.
The pink one?
Huh?
You were the pink one?
No, I was she was hot back then, but no. I was the blue one. I was the blue Power Ranger.
Yeah, I don't know much about Power Rangers. I mean, what?
Was that past your time?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I remember
wow.
we're 6 years apart.
I think you're older than that.
You're 87, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're 6 years.
But you're born in
We're
80. No?
Yeah, I was born at like just Christmas Eve of 80, which is basically 81.
Still counts.
It still counts, but yeah, 6 years apart. Yeah.
Man,
No,
Power Rangers are
I remember seeing it on, but no, I was not a Power Ranger.
Oh, you missed out. Power Rangers were great back in the day.
So, favorite candy to get as a kid?
I was always more of the fruit kind of candy, like the sour stuff. I used to love Warheads back in the day, but give me the Skittles. I was always a big Skittles kid. Love Skittles. But if we're going on the chocolate side of things, 100 grand was probably my favorite.
That's an underrated. That's an underrated candy bar.
I love 100.
I wouldn't go top of the order, but it's an underrated candy bar. Uh, I am more of a fruit candy guy also as well. I don't know what that says for both of us. Uh, but, uh,
Oh,
Skittles would be at the top of my list,
yeah.
Starburst, Sour Patch Kids,
Yeah, oh, yeah, Sour Patch Kids for sure.
all of those, and then on the chocolate side, Twix, man.
Oh, Twix. Very good quality candy.
The caramel and the cookie crunch.
Yeah, yeah, but 100 Grand and Milky Way would be a close second for me. I was a love Milky Way.
Alright, what are you getting in your trick or treat bag that you're like, "Mom, dad, like, you can have this because
Oh, like when you got like when somebody dumped this in or put this in your candy bucket and you saw it as you were walking away, you just wanted to turn around and just kind of throw it back at them. Anything with coconut, anything. Almond Joys.
Did you get that a lot?
What?
Did you get coconut
No,
candy a
but
lot?
no, not a lot, but like it was in there. It was in there. That means that
Yeah.
like that those people just hated kids. Anything with so Almond Joys, like that stuff, Mounds, get that crap out of here. Coconut, anything coconut, like it makes you want to go back and just kind of TP their house.
And you probably did. The little orange and black candies, whatever, I don't even know what they are.
Like the licorice stuff
They're just like, get out of here. Like,
and dots.
that's
Like
just you're not even trying as a trick or treat house.
dots were
Uh,
always kind of disappointing.
Dots are yeah, dots. I mean, and we both talked about how we love fruit candy,
Yeah.
but I mean, dots will just pull your whole tooth out, and they don't taste as good as the other
No, they
fruit
don't.
candies.
That's true.
I mean, candy corn. A lot of people are listing that as their favorite Halloween candy.
I do like candy corn.
I'll eat candy corn if you've got it with like some salted peanuts and some M&Ms where it's all together. But I'm not just gonna sit there and eat straight
Oh, I
candy
will.
corn.
One of my favorite Halloween candies, like not trick or treat candy, the Halloween candies, are those mellow cream pumpkins. Give me the mellow cream pumpkins. I
What
love those.
is that like a Little Debbie?
No, they're like the candy corn, like mellow cream, like candy
Oh,
corn.
I got you.
The
I
pumpkins.
got you. They got the little face on them.
No face.
There's
They
no
have the
face
green
on them.
they got the little green stem on them.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Mellow cream
They're
pumpkin.
just big candy corns.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're just
pumpkin corn.
bigger candy corns.
Oh, I'll sit there. I'll just eat handfuls of it. Like, I love
Yeah,
them.
I'm out. I'm out on that. No interest at
So,
all.
my wife hates that I call them mellow cream pumpkins. It's just like,
Well, I
they're called candy corn pumpkins. I'm like, "No, candy corn is candy corn." Like, you
so
can't
what
have
is mellow cream? What does that even mean? Is that the
that's what
brand?
it's made of. Like, that's what a candy corn is made of. It's mellow cream. It's like
Oh,
marshmallow cream.
I had
Marshmallow
no
cream. It's mellow cream.
for the first time in maybe our friendship,
It says it on the
you're
bag. It
educating me
says
on
it.
something.
She's like, "Nobody calls it that." I'm like, "It's literally what it says on the bag. Mellow cream pumpkins." So
Never heard of it.
next time you're at the Kroger, check out the Halloween candy. It'll be on sale. Get you a bag of the mellow cream pumpkins.
I won't because I won't eat them. But
Get it
I
from
appreciate the I appreciate the information and the education. Oh, so yeah, we should be dressed up today.
I mean, you already look like you dressed up.
Wha- Yeah, I did. I shaved today.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Shaved today. Looking fresh.
You already looking scary.
Yeah, I don't want to look any scarier.
Your face looks better today. I guess I said in the last pod that your face looked. What did I say? Your face looked rough.
Well, to clarify, we froze in the middle of the show,
We did.
and the final edits they don't get that part. Like I go in and I clean that up, so it's not saying, "Hey, where'd you go?" Like we can't hear that, but that does still record. So sometimes I like to throw a little hidden gem there at the end of the episode, and yeah, you said your face looks terrible, so
yeah.
I can't disagree. So I threw it in there.
You froze mid face. It was kind of funny.
Uh,
I appreciate your edits.
yeah, I'll be doing that here tonight. So
Yeah.
we got a jingle in the works. We got a jingle in the works.
You gonna bust it out now, or are you gonna record it?
No, we're not gonna bust out now. I want to get music to it, but
Are you just gonna
5
tell?
a.m.
Are you gonna tell AI the lyrics and just have it come up with it for you?
No, actually, I don't know. I've got the lyrics. The lyrics are done. I woke up at 5 a.m. last night, and just all of a sudden this just comes to my head. I don't know what's wrong with me, but and then that now I'm up for a half an hour because I'm recording it on my phone because I don't want to lose it. Um, but this is just the way my whole life has worked, where I just get these jingles in my head and they all live in my phone. It might be something where we we start showing some of these jingles during episodes, and we can rate them on like a scale of 1 to 10 and kind of show people how big of a lunatic I really am and how my brain works.
Some are appropriate, some are inappropriate.
We'll probably leave the inappropriate ones alone, leave them at home. Or we'll see. We'll see. But yes, last night at 5 o'clock, I wake up in the middle of the night. All of a sudden, I've been wanting to write a jingle for us to start the show, and yeah, I think we got the lyrics. Now we just need a beat, which
Can't wait.
we're getting.
Can't wait for that finished product.
We get that. We get that. We're pretty legitimate. We're on episode 16, dude.
How about that?
We're sweet 16.
Have we beaten the over-under yet?
What's the over-under?
I don't know. Like on a number of episodes that people thought we would actually stick through it with.
Well, I mean, I told you this off air. The majority of podcasts last 3 or less episodes.
Oh, so then yeah.
I mean, it's hard to get traction in this business. It's an oversaturated market. There's no doubt about it. But I told you, give me 2 years.
We're 2 months. 3 months.
We're at 2 months. But all right. Well, I hope you get a lot of mellow cream pumpkins on Friday.
I'll take them.
I will be with my nieces and nephews, so unfortunately, I won't be seeing your kiddos dressed up.
I mean, the kids, they got to pay the candy tax. Like, that's number one. They got to learn about the candy tax. And as a parent, it's your responsibility to taste the candy to make sure that it's safe. So they got to understand
1,000%. And also, if you're not trick-or-treating with the pillowcase, then you don't know what you're doing.
All right, we're not going that far. Our kids have bags with their names on it and stuff. Like, they're
You
set.
can't get as much candy unless you have a pillowcase.
That is true. We do have to come back to the house and dump it out. And
Yes.
Yeah.
You trick-or-treat with a pillowcase.
It's like the old days.
Yeah.
But great weekend of sports, NFL, horse racing, college football, and the first, what we hope is the annual Rowdy Cup at the Lake House.
We almost didn't talk about this.
Gotta talk about it. Real quick.
Yeah, so first ever Rowdy Cup, Ryder Cup, however you want to call it. Rowdy Cup works really good, actually.
That's what we're calling it. It's the Rowdy Cup.
So 2 teams of 4. We're playing Park Mammoth on Saturday morning and then Barron River Lake on Sunday.
Yeah.
Playing 18 both days, and then we'll have 4 9-hole sessions.
Yes.
So the first 9-hole session on Saturday will be scramble, and then we'll play alternate shot, and then we're going to play 4-man or 4-ball, whatever it's called.
4-ball.
4-ball, and then we're going to close with singles.
Yeah.
Me and you are on the same team. We're on the bad guys.
The bad guys.
We're playing the good guys.
Michael Vanover, Matt Thomas. Playing the good guys. The Joe Ziegler, Andrew Miller, Andrew Storm, and Garrett Moore.
The good news is that it's net, so it's based off handicap. Because if it was straight up, we would be toast.
And we talked about this back during the actual Ryder Cup when you had all the thoughts and opinions on how to set up the matches and all that. Yeah. You are a Rowdy Cup captain, so you got some decisions to make.
We do have. I'm hoping maybe we can.
Your parents are due tomorrow night. You got
venture to hoops tomorrow. Make some decisions.
I mean, I hope that you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning with your brain going smoking like it was last night and all these ideas that come in your head. But I need you to focus that instead of jingles. I need you to put that in on the Rowdy Cup.
I want to win this thing.
In position to win.
I want to win this thing.
So do I.
And I like the fact that I think we're dogs. We're dogs in this thing. There's no doubt. Our backs are against the wall. Everybody thinks the good guys are going to win.
Well, it's because Andrew Miller threw the whole thing off because he's so.
Yeah, that's one. Like, if you got 7 double-digit handicaps and then you throw in a +1, it does kind of screw everything up.
I mean, the way I like the way he constructed the team. We have a good, strong camaraderie. Good.
Yeah.
Like, like we all get along. We mesh well together. The other team, I feel like there could be some issues on that other team.
I do too.
Very smart.
That was in my thought process. And also, like, I mean, if you've got a high handicap, you can, and you play better, you're going to, it's going to be an advantage. If you're a 10, I mean, you got to play better than a guy who's a 17 or an 18. Yep. So it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully the weather's a little better than it was on Monday.
Yeah.
When it was cold and rainy the whole day.
Yeah.
But just, you hit the ball pretty good on Monday. Let's Just drive the ball well.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Just drive the ball well. But we both need to get into the lab when it comes to putting.
Yikes! Yeah, Monday was not a team effort of our putting on Monday was awful. To say
I would say piss poor.
Yeah.
I think I think there were some like it was pretty wide open, so we had chances to make putts. And there was one time where all four of us, I think we putted it at least 6 or 7 times and still never made it.
Yeah, it's
So got to get better on the putt stroke.
Yeah,
but
we'll get it together.
And we're hoping to maybe do the pod live from Barron River Lake on Sunday night.
That would be an experience.
Chances of that one happening?
10%.
10.
We'll see.
Okay.
If not, we'll be back early next week.
Yeah, well, if we're not here on Sunday, we'll be back on Wednesday. But subscribe on all of your podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, so you know when a new podcast is released. And we'll have, whether it's Wednesday or Sunday, we'll have plenty to talk about. And maybe we'll have a new jingle to open the show.
Can't wait.
For Neil, I'm Nick. You've been listening to the Height Differential. We'll see you sometime next week.
Give it to me.
Let's go.
Let's go.